Weeks before their fight, Edgar Berlanga lost his temper when Saul Canelo Alvarez interrupted him during a conversation. Frustrated, Berlanga demanded that Canelo be quiet, but the Mexican champion wasn't backing down. This pushed Berlanga over the edge, leading him to angrily shout, "Shut the expletive up. I want to see that. Shut up. Shut up when I talk." Canelo, unfazed by the outburst, responded calmly, further infuriating Berlanga. "I don't want to shut up. What are you going to do? What do you want to do?" It was almost amusing how easily Canelo managed to rattle Berlanga with such calm confidence. He seemed to know exactly how to press Berlanga's buttons without breaking his own composure. This is perhaps the result of years of experience, mastering both the physical and mental sides of the sport. Canelo's ability to maintain his poise while causing his opponent to unravel is part of what makes him so formidable, both inside and outside the ring. Berlanga, who is training harder than ever for this fight, knows he's seen as the underdog. His opponent, Canelo, has faced and conquered the best fighters in the world, and his experience shows in every move he makes. If a veteran like Canelo starts taunting you at a press conference, it's easy to see how the pressure could get to someone like Berlanga. For a fighter who's already feeling the weight of being the lesser favorite, hearing Canelo mock him would drive anyone to frustration. When asked whether Canelo's experience would give him an edge in the ring, Berlanga appeared surprisingly confident, even smirking as if he knew something the rest of us didn't. Does he really have a secret weapon, or is this just bravado? Berlanga explained that he believes Canelo's impressive record is due in large part to his early career in Mexico, where he fought frequently, sometimes even weekly. Berlanga thinks this gave Canelo ample opportunities to build up his record by fighting lower-tier opponents. "Nah, I don't think so," Berlanga said when asked if Canelo's experience was insurmountable. "You gotta understand, he fought like 30 of his fights in Mexico against guys who were probably selling oranges on the corner." Berlanga's confidence is apparent as he claims that if he'd had the same opportunities as Canelo, his record would be even more impressive. "If I started my career in Mexico at 16, I'd have 60 wins by now too," Berlanga continued. "In Mexico, you can fight every week if you want." But is Berlanga underestimating the true nature of Canelo's talent? Al Bernstein, a respected boxing commentator, doesn't think so. Bernstein has watched both fighters closely and believes Canelo is simply built differently. According to Bernstein, while many boxers improve through training, Canelo possesses a natural boxing genius that sets him apart from everyone else. "It doesn't matter that Canelo started in Mexico," Bernstein explained. "Sure, it may have helped him gain early experience, but I've seen both fighters, and I can confidently say that Canelo is built differently. He's a pure genius in the ring with a unique combination of skill, power, and strategy." Despite the criticism, Berlanga remains unfazed by outside opinions. He's convinced that his destiny is to take Canelo's crown, believing that this fight is his moment to shine. Berlanga sees the upcoming fight as his opportunity to prove himself on the world stage, and he's laser-focused on victory. He believes that this fight is the start of his rise to the top, where he will become a new boxing legend. "I feel like right now, it's my time," Berlanga stated with conviction. "Everything is coming together for me for this opportunity. I'm destined to make history on September 14th, to become a legend and take over the sport." Even though Berlanga acknowledges Canelo's legendary status in boxing, he feels that Canelo's time has passed. Berlanga believes that the sport is ready for a new face, and he's ready to step into that role. He sees himself as the fighter who will lead the next generation of champions. "He did what he had to do in the sport of boxing," Berlanga admitted. "He's a legend, no doubt, but now it's my time. There's a new face needed at 168, and that's me." Perhaps the boldest thing Berlanga has said is that he plans not only to win, but to knock Canelo out, effectively retiring him from the sport. Winning in boxing doesn't always require a knockout. There are plenty of ways to secure a victory on points, but Berlanga is focused on making a statement. He wants his win to be definitive, and in his mind, that means sending Canelo into retirement with a knockout. "I definitely want to retire him," Berlanga boldly stated. "That's my goal. I'm not trying to disrespect him, he's a legend. But at the end of the day, we have to fight, we have to tussle, and we have to do what we gotta do." It's clear that Berlanga is excited about the prospect of knocking Canelo out, but he may be underestimating just how difficult that task will be. Canelo has faced some of the toughest fighters in the world, and very few have managed to put him down, let alone retire him. Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins believes that Berlanga's trash talk has only fired up Canelo even more. According to Hopkins, before all the bold claims, Canelo was approaching this fight like a routine challenge, one he could win without too much trouble. But now, after Berlanga's aggressive words, Hopkins says Canelo's mindset has changed. The Mexican superstar is now determined to leave Berlanga in ruins, showing no mercy when they step into the ring. Canelo originally wanted this fight to be a bit of a plaything, something he could handle with ease, Hopkins explained. But everything changed when Berlanga's attitude showed up. That disrespect lit a fire in Canelo, and now you can expect him to go on a rampage. With Canelo now fully engaged and fired up, Berlanga could be in for an even tougher fight than he originally expected. The psychological warfare between the two fighters has certainly added another layer of intensity to the matchup. The question is, can Berlanga handle the pressure, or will he crack under the weight of the moment? The pressure is certainly mounting for Berlanga, and only time will tell if he can keep his cool and deliver on his promises. His confidence may have been shaken, but he continues to speak boldly, claiming that this is his moment. Meanwhile, Canelo remains as composed as ever, knowing that his experience, skill, and mental toughness will be key in the ring. Canelo's calm demeanor may be one of his greatest weapons, an ability to unsettle his opponents before the fight even begins. Berlanga is clearly fired up, but it remains to be seen whether his passion will translate into victory. In the final weeks before their showdown, the tension continues to build, and fans are eager to see how it all unfolds. Will Berlanga be able to back up his words and defeat one of the greatest fighters of all time? Or will Canelo's experience and composure prove too much for the younger contender? As the fight draws closer, boxing enthusiasts are sharing their thoughts on how the fight will play out. Some believe that Berlanga's youth and hunger might give him an edge, while others are convinced that Canelo's years of experience will carry him to yet another victory. One fan commented, "Berlanga talks a big game, but Canelo has been through it all. I don't see how Berlanga can win this." Another fan shared, "Berlanga has that fire, but he's facing one of the best ever. It's going to take more than trash talk to beat Canelo." Regardless of the outcome, this fight is shaping up to be one of the most anticipated matchups of the year. Whether Berlanga can rise to the occasion or not, one thing is certain: Canelo won't go down without a fight. What do you think? Will Berlanga be able to handle the pressure and shock the world? Or will Canelo add